episode, we get to do a brand new first of the year. What is Feng Shui? And Feng Shui, your office, and the best layout for Feng Shui, office layout. So here we are with Feng Shui consultant and like superstar entrepreneur, Deborah Wiener. And we're going to get into it today because this is where we get to take your business, you get to take your life, you get to take your home with Feng Shui. And let's get into it. Deb, good morning. Hello. Welcome. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. I feel like we're about to sing another song from a play, but at the very beginning, what is Feng Shui?
Well, it's like feng, fei, shui. It's not easy to pronounce. Feng Shui is the electromagnetic energies and frequencies that surround and are in each of us. They mix with the biofield of your body and other people's bodies and create energy. Feng Shui is basically energy and how you feel in a space. That's basically what Feng Shui is.
Okay, I love that. Okay, because because we're all energy and we're all connected, and where we are in our frequencies is how we feel, where we're putting out our intentions to the universe, all that great stuff. So Feng Shui is the energy and how you feel in that space.
Yes.
Now, what you do and what people who really stand in the term Feng Shui, what does that mean? What do you get to create in that space that's considered Feng Shui?
Okay, well, for some examples. So again, Feng Shui is all about how you feel in a space. And if you feel good in a space, then that means that energy is flowing. So for some examples, have you ever walked into a space and said, oh, I don't really like it here? And you kind of want to run right out the door. And then have you ever walked into a space and said, this feels so good, I could stay here forever? So it's kind of like I use an example of my mechanic. It's like, I love my mechanic, but every time I have to have my car serviced, I want to run away. His place is dusty and disorganized, and his bathrooms are filthy. And he cannot keep an office manager. He's had like 6 in the last 3 years. So working with my mechanic, changing his energy helped him to retain employees as well as customers, because if the employees don't feel good in a space, or the customers, like how many customers could he have lost because of the way his space felt and people not wanting to be there? So
what's good Feng Shui and what does that look like?
Good Feng Shui is another example is like it's energy it's a space that feels good. And so that means that energy is flowing if it feels good there. It's kind of like water flowing over rocks and boulders. You know, you can flow over any challenges or barriers that are maybe stopping you in your business or in your life if energy is flowing well. So like a river where rocks and boulders are flowing easily, versus having energy that's stagnant or blocked, like in a pond where energy doesn't flow, it just sits there.
Okay, so first of all, flowing energy is good Feng Shui.
Yes.
So now I know that you work with corporations and businesses. Now, also a lot of our businesses now are being taken into the home. So whether we're doing an office for a corporation or an office for a thriving entrepreneur, I want to get into the office because that's what people are asking for. So for a Feng Shui office, which means a great Feng Shui office, what does that look like? Where would things be? Where do people get to even just stand there and say, this is where I start to go to get my energy to flow?
Well, I use an example again of our own family business that, first started out in a garage with a $5,000 loan and a used Toyota truck, and we had no money. When I studied and became a certified Western Feng Shui master, our future changed because we were putting all our money back into the business that we made and there were no profits. And so I started using Feng Shui in our own company. And how I did this was to go in, and the first part of Feng Shui is Feng Shui has three components. One is to assess the space, the building, the land. And then the next is to clear the energy of it, anything that's blocked or stagnant. And then the second part of it is to go in and clean first, I call it an energetic Feng Shui clearing, a very deep cleaning, and then to reorganize. And that would include reorganizing not just furniture and cabinets, that would mean reorganizing the company's structures, the structures of the company. Like our company really didn't have an HR department. And so we made, many mistakes not hiring the right team. So Feng Shui and increasing the flow of energy can help a company create their A+ team, which their tribe. I mean, we think of, so we went in and clean and organize. And then the last component of Feng Shui is placement of objects. And color is very important in Feng Shui. It has a specific meaning and purpose. Okay. And by placing a specific color in your wealth corner, it can increase your prosperity, abundance, and your wealth. And we did that with our own company. And also by placing like pink, red, or white in your relationship corner, that creates energy that can help you in your relationships, your life, and your business.
Let me ask you a question again. What's coming up for me is that, so some of the colors that you're putting in there, like rose quartz is like one of the gems in the chakras and the gemstones. That's absolutely for love and relationships, and pink. So are there alignment with chakras as well as Feng Shui and the colors? Is there a connection?
Yes, there is. Color, again, has specific meaning and purpose. And we have, we have many chakras, but we have 7 primary chakras. And so when we think of, when we have the red for the root chakra, we have the relationship chakra, the second chakra, that's usually orange color. So it actually, they do relate, but they're not the same color. Let's put it that way, because our second chakra is about relationships. So yes and no is the answer.
So we're in the beginning of the year and everyone's saying that, okay. And I love that some of the things that you're saying is the natural progression of an entrepreneur in putting the right people in the company is an energy flow of Feng Shui that you take to corporations. Mm-hmm. If we're they're the starting point and then bringing you in, they're starting and they're saying, all right, I'm just even going to start with me. Like say, remember in that garage, right? Mm-hmm. And that was sapping your energy. What did you do? What was the immediate physical you changed, or what would someone change looking in the office? What would be like 5 tips that you would give someone right from the beginning as they're starting to let their energy flow in their business and their lives and wherever that is?
Well, it's essential in business to have an A+ team, which is your tribe. And to do that, you must understand if your employees and yourself are in the right position for them with the right, if they're the right person in the right position with the right compensation. If you don't have that, you can't really have an A+ team. And one of the let's just say modalities I use I created my own system of Feng Shui called energetic Feng Shui, which energetic Feng Shui, I combined the modalities of the traditional principles of Feng Shui, human design, and other, I call them success systems. And one of my systems, human design, helps to, when I go into a company, I will first find out someone's human design and say some of their employees, if there's certain, try to find out what the human design is of the key employees in a situation, because your human design is the DNA code that we're all born with that determines how we function in
About
life and in
operating
work and in
systems?
communication.
Are you like referring to like operating systems?
Yes, it's your
Okay.
operating system.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. It's your operating system. And I know that there were certain people that were in our company, our family business, that were not in the right positions. And, I would, when consulting with businesses, I talk to them about whether we can, I work with them to support them in helping guide their employees to see if we can either help them grow and develop into that position, or maybe move them to a different position, or maybe they're not even the right employee for the company. But I also help them hire their A+ team, new employees too. So I help define whether people are being in the right position, the right person in the right position with the right compensation is key to a business's success.
So you're absolutely talking about the human element and Feng Shui and aligning that to where it is most efficient and where the flow is, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
now also when it comes to, and you referred back to your mechanic, you didn't want to be there. It was
Right.
just, okay. So in a business, and oftentimes people initially will start with the physical space, and then they move forward as they get to have energy flow. They want it everywhere. And I love that you bring it into the human element. If we're having people at home, and I know I was doing my searching, we're saying, what's the physical for Feng Shui office, layout Feng Shui office? These are the things they're leaning in saying, Deborah, tell me, what do I get to do immediately as I'm sitting in my office, or I'm looking at my office for all of them outside as the owner? So it's to the small, to the many. What's a really great Feng Shui office and Feng Shui office layout that you would recommend?
Okay, well, there's not like one specific layout that's the best, but what is key is in an office to it depends. Each situation is different. I can say that it's very important to have a clean, organized space, not
Okay.
cluttered. And I suggest using real plants versus fake plants. I also, the color and placement, there's specific colors that are within each room or space. There's 9 elements, which means there's different, each element, one is your wealth corner. One is your relationship and acknowledgement corner. One is your health corner. One is your knowledge corner. There's family, there's travel, there's supportive people, and your career. So it depends on let's just say each situation. And I'd love to, if anyone has questions about that, I'd love to have a private conversation with you to support you in creating that space. And I do have, you could go to my website, which is Feng Shui Business Consultant.com, and schedule a free 30-minute consultation. and watch my free webinar on Feng Shui.
And they're still at the website.
Yes.
So they can sign up and get right in on there.
Yes, you
And-
can.
And then they can start doing their Feng Shui in their business and their lives and what that looks, how to begin, right? Because beginning
Yes.
is once we begin, that's everything. And
Yes.
I love that. I love that and can we do a little special, like 5 tips to beginning Feng Shui in your business, your office, and office Feng Shui office layout? If they come in for you, because that's what they were asking prior to the show.
Yes.
I love it. All right, because you're a Feng Shui business guru, so I love that. Deborah Wiener, and again, we're gonna have the link, but it's Feng Shui businessconsultants.com. You're hearing this here. Get on with her. Get that half hour of like your own personal and business Feng Shui strategy, because it's everything's different because everybody's situation's different. Start the new year right, and so then finishing this, when people do have their Feng Shui in order, what results can they see? What brings what, and what does this energy bring?
It can bring massive results. I have an example of our own family business. We've owned a multi-million-dollar international import business for over 35 years. And where we started from in that garage, we using Feng Shui and human design and my other success systems, we almost went out of business in 2008 when the economy took a turn downward. And we also during COVID-19, and using energetic Feng Shui in our business, we increased our revenues 88%. When other businesses went out of business during COVID-19, especially.
Mm-hmm. And so within that, because the next question is not only what's the initial things to get started, how long does it take for results to start to manifest and bring forth good energy?
I would say immediately.
Mm.
You will see results immediately. And I mean, I have personal experience, and I've worked with many companies, and I've seen them turn around, and so immediately.
And then there's also overflow into other aspects of your life, because once you implement in one place, do you normally say want to do it across the board because they want that energy to continue flowing?
I hope so. Once I start working with the company, it's not just like a one and done thing. It's, I take a look at the owner, the manager, the person that hires me first. I take a look at their energy, and if they're willing to look inside themselves and look at any emotions or blocked energy within themselves first, I will work with them doing that. I have many modalities. I'm a Reiki master. I'm a shaman, as well as, I have human design master. I have many success systems that I use to assess the people, the owners, the employees, as well as the space. So it's not just the space. And even if the people are not willing to work on themselves, things will change anyway by changing the energy in the spaces.
I'm loving that inside out perspective or approach. I think that's so within the blocks in yourself, that translates to the space, but vice versa, because when we free ourselves of our blocks, how much more do we get to stand on our purpose and allow the gifts to flow, and even the downloads that get to come with creativity and even messaging. That's powerful. I love that. And any last tips so people can, sip for the year, set 2022?
Well, I have a meditation. I don't know how much time we have that I could take people to help them understand how they could connect to and trust their own intuition, which is a key component in Feng Shui and energetic Feng Shui.
What we will do, we will link this and allow them to sign up that on your website and get that right away. Let's link
Okay.
that down as they sign up for that. I love that because then they get to know you. They get to
Okay.
experience you. And
Okay.
and they, what I kept reading going through, they're referring to the Feng Shui color. Now I know about Pantone colors and marketing and the color of the year. Is there a Feng Shui color of each year? And if so, what's the Feng Shui color for 2022?
No, I am not familiar with a color for each year. I know it's the Chinese year of the tiger. It's 2022. I do know that I can give you some tips as far as placement of objects. The color purple in your wealth corner, which is your far left corner of any room, can help you increase your prosperity, abundance, and your business and your revenues. It can be something like a crystal, the placement of the purple. It could be paint on the wall. It could be, flowers, a candle, a book. It's all about the color purple. And by placing gold and red in which would be straight ahead when you enter into a room, in the middle of the room, red and gold will increase your acknowledgement
Which one?
and recognition.
And gratitude.
And
Or-
recognition and gratitude is something that's very important that we have in general. And gratitude can increase a person's own internal energy, because gratitude is on the same frequency as love, which brings more of what you're feeling. So if you're feeling positive, then you will get back more positive.
So we're going to leave with this, that again, whether it's your home, your business, or yourself, when you stand in the higher energies of love, gratitude, and generosity, so too will your energy flow. I love that. Happy New Year, my friend. Deborah Wiener, again, Feng Shui Business Consultants.com. Go, let's grab that meditation that she's going to do just for us, as well as schedule 30 minutes. Get your energy flowing. Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome, and let's have you back.
Thank you.
Okay, good. I'll see you soon, my friend.
Okay, thank
Bye,
you, Maureen.
everyone.